Now, we've all heard about accidents happening to the born-again bikers, all those new to bikes who sort of joining bikes over 40 or whatever, and one manufacturer has decided to do something about this by introducing a special course. This is Bob McMillan, he's the General Manager of Honda UK. Well, very impressive backdrop here we've got with all these pan-Europeans. What was actually the background to you introducing this motorcycle appreciation course?
Well, I had the idea a long time ago, actually. It was probably about 10 years ago. I thought it would be nice to do this, but we needed the money to do it. And at that time, I think probably the management of Honda, even as Honda on its own, didn't particularly think it was a good idea. But it's always been a dream of mine to get the ex-police instructors, as they finish in work, to start another job. Because, I mean, they're only 45, 46, 47 years of age. So they've got a lot of time to give and a lot of experience. So that was the basic idea.
So this really is, it's a UK initiative. This isn't going to be sort of Europe-wide?
Yeah, as far as I know, nobody else has taken it on, and it is UK only. I think some of the other countries would struggle because of the, if you like, the respect for some of the police in some areas, without mentioning any particular countries, is not quite as high as I think as the police motorcyclists in England.
Well, tell me, the interesting thing with doing this here as well, you're using all these sort of ex-police, you've kitted them up all with pan-Europeans, but for your customer, and it's for only those buying a new Honda of over 600cc, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a new 600, so
yeah.
600 and above. Anybody that buys one this year, through our 50th anniversary year, will have 2 days free tuition with these lads.
Now, that is a massive investment for Honda anyway, and so it shows a real commitment, and you really do see there is a problem out there with your customers. You want to save them smacking themselves up, and, well, obviously you do, don't you?
Well, I don't think so much there's a problem. I just think that really we should help people enjoy bikes more.
Yeah.
And the more we can do that, then the more we're going to sell, obviously. Any negative is going to detract from sales, but anything that's positive, like getting people to enjoy them more and be safer, has got to be good for sales.
And the take-up so far, I mean, it's early days, but I gather you're pleased with the way things are going?
Oh yeah, it's brilliant. Just talking to the lads today, they're really over the moon, because to them it's a new lease of life. They've come out of a job and now they're back into a job they love, and it's going really well. We're getting good response from the public as well. It's great.
Okay, well, thanks very much, Bob.
You're welcome.
Well, it could make you nervous being with all these coppers, but they are ex-coppers after all. And here's one with me, Terry Hubbard. He's the coordinator for the MAC scheme for the UK. Terry, how many instructors have you got now?
We have a total of 59 instructors appointed, and 53 of them are here today.
Yeah, so it's quite a showing, isn't it?
Yes, it's quite an impressive sight this morning to see them all lined up for the first time.
Yeah, excellent. What's the sort of throughput? How long have you actually been running now?
We've been fully operational for about a fortnight, 3 weeks now, and we're putting about 200 students a week through our course.
So you could say it's been a hit already then?
Very much so. We're bordering on 2,000 students waiting for the course.
What sort of people are you getting? Are you getting what I'd call your target audience, you know, the born-again, the midlife biker?
A fair proportion of our students are of that type, but I've got to say that it's a broad spectrum of all types of motorcyclists.
So it's achieving its aim then in sort of this appeal. I mean, being free, I suppose, for a couple of days, being a bit mercenary about it, that's got to count for a lot, hasn't it?
Yes, it has. I mean, obviously, because it is free, people are perhaps considering it more than they would otherwise. But I think even those now realise that having taken this course, it's an appetiser for going on further and further better riding courses.
Is it too early to say what sort of people are typically finding the most useful part of it? I mean, is it cornering, positioning and all the rest, or what?
Yes, I think obviously cornering is always a main factor for many people. For some, it's the first time they've ever heard of counter-steering, for instance. Observations is another issue. Many people are not really looking at what's going on around them, and as a result, they're not planning their rides.
Now, one last thing, this isn't actually an assessed course, is it? I mean, you do get a certificate of some sort at the end of it, but it's not sort of clinically assessed, as it were.
That's absolutely right. We would tend to use the phrase, it's an improver course. If you take a scale of 10, some people will come to us and they're already a level of, say, 2 or 3. If at the end of the 2 days we can get them up to a 5 or a 6, then we've achieved our objective. The same if they come to us and they're 8 and we can get them up to a 9 and a 10, again, we've improved their standard. So it's very much an improver course. And if you've survived the 2 days with us, we're happy to give you a certificate to that effect and the benefits that go with that.